Despicable Me 2.
Excellent. I'm already looking forward to it.
Good. As you know, somebody wrote in a text saying, just tell me in advance, are you going to start your review of Despicable Me 2 with a sigh? Because I need to know. No. So the story is...
you see, yes.
No, I'm not going to sigh. I'm not going to sigh.
No,
So
that's
adoptive parent, now, you know...
This is a spoiler, obviously, for Despicable Me, because obviously you've got to get us up to speed for Despicable Me too.
Yeah, in Despicable Me, he was despicable and then decided not to be. In Despicable Me 2, he's adoptive parent. He's decided that rather than doing evil things, he's going to make jam and jelly. But he's called out of retirement by the anti-villain league in order to help them bring down another evil fiend. He no longer evil. His mind, however, is not on this. His mind is on a potential romance and also on the issues troubling his young charges. Here's a clip.
Good night, Margot. Whoa. Hold the horses. Who are you texting?
No one, just my friend Avery.
Avery. Avery. Is it a girl's name or a boy's name?
Does it matter?
No, it doesn't matter unless it's a boy.
I know what makes you a boy.
Who you do?
Your bald head.
Oh, yes.
It's really smooth. Sometimes I stare at it and imagine a little chick popping out.
Good night, Agnes. Never get older.
I know people who've seen it said, honestly, believe me, it's funny. And it is funny. I laughed pretty much all the way through. And the thing I laughed at most is that they've increased the role of the minions from the first film. Because the minions kind of,
Who are the minions?
The minions are those sort of little yellow weebly things that are invented to do the work of their master. And they speak in this strange...
The Oompa Loompas, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay, fine. They like the Oompa Loompas. And they speak in this sort of babblesome gobbledygook, which sounds like it's somewhere between French and Japanese. And co-voiced incidentally by the co-directors. And in the first movie, they're sort of secondary characters. They weren't actually part of the story in the original pitch. In this, they've just said, everyone really finds them funny. In the same way that Scrat was always the funniest thing about Ice Age, these Scrat. The stuff with the minions is properly laugh out loud funny. It's kind of slapstick humour that, on the one hand, owes a debt to silent cinema, which so much slapstick humour does. On the other hand, because they're doing this kind of babblesome, gobbledygook speak, I'll give you an example of one of the characters is introduced. He says, "My name is Mr. Ramsbottom," and one of the minions goes, "Bottom." And I started laughing, and I must have laughed for about 5 minutes at the sound of this little yellow weeble. Anyway, smiled all the way through the film. It's really good fun. There's gags there for the young, gags there for the old. And as I was leaving the cinema, and I have to say, it wasn't the best screening room to have seen it in, because it was in a very small cinema. It was a 3D film, which you're watching side on, which is not great for 3D. There was a little kid who said, "That's the best film ever." It isn't. But I kind of felt like, God,
but you want to have that reaction if you're that age.
I know. And also I kind of felt this twinge of jealousy about, wow, how great, firstly, to have enjoyed it that much, but how great also to be in a position when you've got all this cinema that you haven't seen yet that's better than that. So I kind of felt this kind of jealousy. So I laughed all the way through, and there are so many comedies of which that is not the case.